everyone, welcome back to another episode of Ideally Though.
Ideally, though.
If you're new to our podcast, my name is Erica, and with me is my hubby, my bestie, my butter biscuit.
Yeah, what up out there, new peoples and everybody else?
Right. Um, it is another week in January. Well, we're at the end of January, I guess.
Yeah, this month has flown fucking by, to be
Yeah.
honest. Oh my god. I mean, also we had a bit of like illness and recovery time, so
Yeah, just an update from last week because we didn't do any visual. Like,
yeah,
I feel better.
you good because you was had your ass whooped by that
Yeah.
cold, man.
I feel better, but I mean, they were like, it's a head cold. It's not the flu. It's not COVID. I'm like, I mean, thank God for that.
Yeah,
But
but I still feel like shit. Give me something, please.
yeah, I feel like Tyrone Biggums when I didn't get my fix. Hot, cold flashes and things like that.
Yeah,
So
it was some nastiness. I had a really bad headache, my damn self, a really bad cough, even more so, because of the smoke. But
yeah,
it was pretty intense. But feeling all better now.
yeah.
That's the major thing.
I
That's the
was
major
able
thing.
to like just look up, because when you're sick, you don't really pay attention to social media and
Yeah,
look at your calendars and stuff like that. So I saw that we have some NCAAP or
NAACP.
NAAP
Yeah,
awards or
yeah.
nominations.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so let me see, because there's been some people who've been killing it
Yeah,
in the game, like Coleman Domingo.
yeah, 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 yeah.
He has been nominated for an NAACP award.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Things about American fiction.
I think Origin's gonna be good.
Hmm.
Rustin, The Color Purple, and they clone Tyrone.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Finally, some recognition for that one. I've heard of all the others,
yeah.
but so far in all of these award ceremonies that we've been going through these last
Hmm.
few weeks, I feel like They Clone Tyrone is getting snubbed in every single bit because it's not getting mentioned at all.
Yeah,
So
and
finally, a nomination at least.
it's a really good story. So
Yeah, it,
yeah.
it was interesting. I was on the fence about it, and you actually made me watch it, and I enjoyed it.
It's
So
good.
yeah, it was decent.
Outstanding actor in the motion picture,
Yeah.
Coleman Domingo. He's just leading the charge here for Rustin. Denzel Washington for The Equalizer 3.
Nice, cool.
Jamie Foxx for The Burial.
Okay, okay.
Jeffrey Wright for American Fiction.
Jeffrey Wright is the man.
And then John Boyega.
Boyega,
Yeah,
yeah.
they clone Tyrone.
Nice.
Yeah, so we got some good stuff. Fantasia's in there for The Color Purple. Haley Bailey's in there for Little Mermaid.
Okay.
Tiana Taylor, 1001.
Nice.
Um,
Isn't that the one she directed herself or produced
or
herself?
something like that.
Yeah, that's a good ups for her. That's pretty cool.
Sterling K. Brown for American Fiction. I
The
love
man.
him. Taraji P. Henson.
Ah, love her.
She has a nomination. I love Erica Alexander from Living Single.
That's sick.
Having a nomination for American Fiction as
That's
well.
sick,
Yeah.
dude.
Outstanding comedy series, Abbott Elementary.
Amen.
Yeah, Harlem.
That's fantastic.
Survivor of the Thickest. The Neighborhood and Unprisoned. I haven't watched any of her of those ones. Cedric the Entertainer's in there for Outstanding Actor in the Comedy Series. Dole Hill for The Wonder Years. Mike Epps for the Upshaws.
Oh.
So it's for some good
wow,
ones.
they're
Yeah.
actually that's great, dude.
Yeah,
That's
they
really
got
cool.
some really good. There's a lot. Tashina Arnold, The Neighborhood.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, NAACP awards.
Kicking ass.
Yeah, so there's a lot of good ones in here. I know that also the Oscars they were announced. So we do have some best leading actors nominated here. So we have Cillian Murphy for Oppenheimer.
Deserved. That movie
Yeah.
was fantastic, and he played Oppenheimer like he was him. It was almost an
Yeah, he
embodiment.
did really good.
Really good. Yeah.
Bradley Cooper has an Oscar nomination.
nice.
Coleman Domingo, he's killing it. Jeffrey Wright
That
as
guy,
well.
yeah, both of them are like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Yep, and then Paul Giamatti.
I love Paul
He also,
Giamatti. That's
yeah.
always a banger.
So they all got their Oscar nominations. I would love to see Coleman Domingo like kill it.
Yeah.
Like not
And
really had a lot going on.
Mhm.
Like it's not like he's been doing it for a long time, but to snag an Oscar would be nice.
Yeah, that just means that there's a lot of talent there, and then also, you know, he's going up against some real heavy hitters. So just to be nominated alone, like, is awesome. I'm really hoping he wins because you're going up against, like, you know, Killers of the Flower Moon and shit like that, like Scorsese type shit. It's like,
he was Scorsese.
Awesome.
Scorsese.
Yeah,
he has the most Oscar nominations for a director.
I'd imagine. I mean, from what I've heard about Killers of the Flower Moon, it was very, very long at 3.5 hours, but like it is a mind-bending, tragic story, and it's told beautifully.
I feel like he gets the same people to act in his movies. Like, give me Robert De Niro, give me Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, he's one of those auteurs who was like, he's only going for the leading, actors and actresses that are in their field, the top of the top, and because he's making a movie that's gonna deserve, like, he's making real true cinema, as he would say.
Okay, God. Yeah. Lord.
That's what it is, because like not Marvel movies or John Wick movies aren't cinema and shit like that to him. So he's one of those
long-lasting movies that last over a lifetime,
like Citizen Kane joints. Yeah. That's
I heard today that who was 21 Savage was doing the interview with Shannon Sharp.
Yes.
And he says that the biopic was a prank. I don't think it was a prank. I think you got told that this shit is gonna be stupid.
Yeah.
Because why get people a high caliber like Childish Gambino and Caleb McLaughlin who have things to do?
Yeah.
And shoot this 3-minute like
trailer thing,
and then say, "Oh, it was just a prank."
Mm-hmm.
No, I think you knew it was a prank once it came out. Everybody was like, "You do not deserve no goddamn biopic."
But also, like, A, who asked for this? Yeah. And B, what the fuck? Why? Like, you know what I mean? Like, all these, it just looked like it was either going to be a significantly bad troll, like, not on the lines of like Snoop Dogg and that I'm going smokeless and quitting thing, or it's real and it got shut down, or it should get shut down because the internet made too much fun of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's what happened.
I think we shamed it into oblivion where it should be.
Yeah. Even speaking of the whole no smoking prank thing with Snoop Dogg, the CEO ended up getting canned. So I was like, yeah, that probably wasn't a good idea to say that Snoop Dogg was gonna stop smoking, and then it just didn't work out.
Yikes! I mean,
yeah, I don't think they sold any ovens.
Probably didn't sell it. Yeah, you're not gonna sell. You need to be. I'm smoking everything, and even this brisket over this oven, and you know what I mean. That type of shit. They did it wrong. Swing and a miss, my guy.
I was like, oh yikes, that sucks. Well, do you want to tell the baby girls what we're gonna be talking about today?
Well, you kind of actually made a good segue into where I was going because, lately there's been a lot of layoffs and shit because of the bad decisions made and things of that nature, especially in my world, tech, right? Mm-hmm. And it's even kind of hit close to home with a few of my own personal friends being hit by these tech layoffs, and stress and being overwhelmed and anxiety has become apparent, especially with the climate we're in. So I kind of wanted to just discuss briefly with you, managing stress and anxiety and life's changes as they come.
I think it's different with men and versus women. Mm-hmm. Growing up, I didn't feel like I see my dad stressed out.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when you look at examples of how people deal with, or the closest to you deal with stress, mm-hmm. I feel like my dad was and is like maybe just a workhorse who, but at least for me as a kid, I didn't really hear him complain. It seemed like he just did it, and maybe he found vices to just like not be stressed out.
Maybe, yeah, because I feel like your father is kind of the man who is gonna just like punch at the wall until he goes through it. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter about anything else. Yeah, shut up and color kind of deal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And like with my mom, I didn't really see her stressed either.
Interesting.
So like I always pride myself, or I used to pride myself up until lately, of being someone who wasn't really stressed. Uh-huh. But I've noticed that work has been stressing me the fuck out. And I'm like, the reason why I'm stressed is because what's stressing me out is something I need to like step away from, and this can make or break my lifestyle, or I have kids, so this could affect my family.
Right, right.
So I now get it why people are stressed or adults are stressed.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to work, because whatever the outcome is, it could really affect your family in the long run.
Yeah, that's interesting that you've actually adopted that now, wherein I've kind of strived in that chaos of it because stress has just been a part of my life.
Like all your life.
All my life.
Since
But
you're
it's
born.
always been by proxy. My mom is a literal bucket of stress. You know what I mean?
So when you would see your mom, like you knew exactly when she was stressed. Like she was
Oh
very
yeah,
outward with it.
very outward with it, and also physically embodied that. And most people don't know, like, stress is a killer. It causes
it's
all
like
the
probably
other
the biggest
issues.
killer.
You know what I mean? It's like one of the biggest symptoms that cause all those other issues in people's lives. And not being able to handle certain aspects, or because you might have made a misjudgment or a misstep in one way, shape, or form, some people can't handle the consequences of their choices. And I feel like managing stress after those types of choices you make in your life, i.e., like my mom in certain ways, you either you live or you die by it, and it's caused a lot of static in a way. It's made me more conscious. I could say that growing up in chaos with a bunch of different types of like avenues where bills are like in your house every other day.
Yeah.
Like there's not a week's time of peace, a breathing room, or at home just lifestyle. We've talked about that before because of fighting and things of that nature. Well, you start to learn that, like, when you stress out as an individual, that shit radiates to everything else in your life. You're affected.
Yeah, you stressing everybody else out.
You stress everybody else out. I started realizing a lot more of that, especially when my mom would become the bucket of stress she is still to this day. And over time, it made me a more jaded person. You know what I mean? So when I say like I was affected by it by proxy, it's like you don't even realize the type of damage that stress becomes, not only physically for yourself in a sickness as a whole, but like you get anxiety, you're having all these types of panic attacks, and then you make the wrong decisions because you just don't give yourself time to breathe. It's almost as if I'm talking to my mom myself, like personally to her, but like it's it's just always been a proponent of my life to never stress about anything. I don't care how bad it gets, because I've seen my mom have like 3 total strokes because of stress alone. That is a huge fear of mine. Huge fear of mine. I've learned to teach myself on how to like compartmentalize and break things down, or let go and handle things as they come. Deal with inevitability.
I like that, because with me growing up, seeing that it was like 5 of us.
Yeah.
I'm like, how stressed can you be? I don't have 5 kids.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if my parents can deal with it, I can deal with it.
Yeah.
But I'm getting older, so I'm noticing stress is like really hurting my body. Like I'm like, oh my god, my chest hurts.
Yeah.
My back hurts. I didn't know how much I'm holding in the stress.
Yeah.
So what I'm learning how to do is just like breathe, and then just be like, okay, let's figure out a solution, because I can't stay in this. When I was in my early 20s, it was easy to be like, you know what, you're thriving in stress, you're thriving in chaos, and you can go a couple more years.
I think it's also because you have the energy for it.
Yeah.
And depending on your circumstance, it's like, at least I'm getting paid. I'm not this other guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but as millennials, what I'm learning is that it's like fuck money.
Yeah.
Like, do we want to be broke? No. Do we want to be homeless? No. We'll work enough, but you're not going to stress us the fuck out.
You're not going to kill us.
Yeah, we're more like, I'll take a lower paying job to be
Yeah.
more happy
Yeah.
and have more time with my family, versus being that workhorse and having an aneurysm at 45 years old.
Do you know how big of a fear an aneurysm or like a stroke is to me? I watched my mom have her stroke. So I was there. Me and my little brother were there watching it happen.
That's scary.
That's the type of stuff that's like very traumatic, right? It's something, an image that's burned into my head. and I know the proponent that caused it all. You know what I mean? I know all the things, but it's also a generational thing. You brought up a very good point, because as a millennial, I'm choosing my mental health and the health of myself and the health of where my environment over this job or this opportunity, this circumstance, whatever the case may be. It means that you have to be able to break things down and put them in a puzzle piece that doesn't fit them, it fits you.
Yeah.
You know?
I think we get a lot of slack as millennials from our Dust Bowl generation.
Dust Bowl is fucking great.
Or what are they, the baby boomers?
Yeah.
Fucking
And
baby
before
boomers.
and before them is the silent generation.
Silent Dust Bowls, all them motherfuckers. They love to complain or love to like give us shit like, you guys don't really want to work. You guys let the smallest thing get to you. Yeah, because we see what you guys went through and how old y'all look. That we want to keep this nice tight skin.
Can we talk about how old these motherfuckers look?
You saw how like our parents' generation, our parents' generation in the 80s, they look like fucking 30-year-olds in high school.
Bro.
Like, no, I'm sorry. I'm not going to let you guys stress me out.
Yeah.
You know, if I wanted to be in a high stress environment or position, I would be. Yeah. It doesn't take me a long time.
By my choice.
Yeah, by my choice. And it doesn't take me a long time to ever go up the ladder corporately. It never does. But I'm choosing mental health. I'm choosing sticking around and being there for my kids and future grandkids.
Yeah.
Over, you know. Yeah. And I know with like women, it might be a little easier because we're supposed to be made to be homemakers and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Of course, we're showing that we can be homemakers. We can also be corporate women.
Yeah.
But I feel like men take the stress a little bit different. You guys are always taught to like kind of hold it in.
I think that's the worst.
Until you pass out.
Because I talked about my mom in this, right? But I never mentioned my dad, but that's for a reason. Because he is the outburst type. But also it's a silent but deadly. So when it hits, it hits. It's like a volcano, dormant. You know what I mean? Yeah. But boom, it goes off. And I've never seen them in person communicate about the things that stress them. The things that helped me go through different things that have stressed me out, even if you were unaware that it was stressing me out, was just talking to you. Right?
Yeah, that helps.
No, recognizing that I have a partner here, that helps a ton. Right? Yeah. My dad and my mom both had their partnership and never tried to settle or help each other relieve any type of stress, any type of anxieties, any type of doubt, any type of like, there was no support there.
I think maybe because it's like, if I admit to you that I'm feeling this type of way, I'm not the man of the house, or I'm not strong enough to lead this family.
I think it is a pride thing. Yeah. I think you can make that the equivalent of something that has to do with pride. And it sucks because even as a man, I don't want to say I have enough pride to not do what it takes to, you know, take care of my family, but also take care of myself.
Yeah, I feel like single men, you guys have, I say you guys because you ain't a single man. This my man. But as single men, when you were a single man, I feel like there's no compartmentalizing. It's like, let me work until I'm about to like explode.
Yes.
And then I have to step completely away. There's no real balance for men. I have to say that you guys will work. And then all of a sudden you're like, you know what? I'm about to fucking explode.
Yeah.
Let me actually just cut everything off. And I feel like when we don't have to do that.
No.
You can step away, like even like with you like to game.
Yes.
But it's like still on the same computer as you're doing work.
Yeah.
It's like you either need to get on your laptop.
Yeah.
Or you need to come in the room and watch TV with me.
I have a whole VR set now. Right. I step away from it.
So you don't have to be completely away from everybody and everything.
Yeah.
Men tend to have to like all the way break away, be in the woods. You have to find a balance. Right. You have to find a balance.
You're right, yeah.
It's a little dangerous. And I remember you saying to me a couple of days ago, like, or we were watching something. It's like being a single man is when you're older is a little more dangerous.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no one to help you.
There's no one to guide.
Yeah.
You're either don't have your shit together, at least as a man who is looking at that person. You don't have your shit together, or you chose this life and that's nihilistic of you. It's weird. That type of behavior is really weird. If you're a single man that's that doesn't have anything other than that,
You will stay
that's
stuck in that
you're
for a
gonna be
long time.
stuck there, and that's not good. I couldn't be by myself with this type of shit.
That's like what us girls, we like to do girls trip and stuff like that. So that's
Yeah,
why I'm so excited for my girls trip coming up. I'm like, okay, like I get to breathe, but with me being so stressed this week,
yeah,
I'm like so happy to have you to like kind of bounce things off of,
yeah,
because I would just have it in my head and just be like, I don't
yeah,
know what to do, huh? And I have this anxiety. I'm going back and forth because I'm
yeah,
nervous to kind of talk about it,
yeah,
but talking to you is like, no, it's okay, it's fine,
yeah.
and on both sides, as a man or a woman, it's good to have someone to bounce things off of.
And they didn't have
Yeah.
that. My parents definitely didn't have that. And recognizing a lot of that type of stuff, it's what makes me employ it so much in the areas when something goes down and me and you have to get our heads together
Hmm.
and figure out a solution. That's what makes it easier. It's because I recognized in that by proxy that they didn't get allow themselves a chance to do those things, and they just added on the stress. There was no bit of it of them taking a shovel and let me get that off of you.
Yeah.
They dug themselves in the grave, and
Yeah.
that
And that'll affect
that's
your relationship.
that'll affect your relationship and your children.
Yeah, and your relationship with your children later on. Think about
Oh man,
you're
does it do
such
that?
an asshole. I don't
Oh
want to be
yeah,
around you.
yeah. I just, and there was a phase of my life where I did that. I really wish that we could find solutions, especially for the climate that we're in for all these people. It feels very much like a just all this stuff is corporate-y, and people are just get on the chopping block because nobody wants to spend money. And I don't think these people either sleep well enough at night to understand that like you're affecting people, and that's you've just caused a generational rift in
I think I
things.
like how certain countries have that. Like they have a lot more like holiday time.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, and
yeah,
I know as Americans we kind of look at it sometimes, or even like in Asian culture, because they work until they
yeah.
freaking want to pass out or uh,
Jump
unalive
from a fucking
themselves.
building because of
Yeah,
that.
like I think there's not enough people that vacation.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
need to step away from your environment all the way.
Try something
Sometimes,
new.
yeah, I feel like I don't really like staycations.
Oh,
It's
really?
just something about staycation I don't like because I feel like I'm still in the same environment where I have to think about it.
That's fair. Okay, no, I
So
get you.
I was never like oh yeah, I'm gonna do a staycation. Like, what's the point?
Yeah,
I'm still kind of around the same people, the same
I'm
environment.
gonna see the same shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna just
So
bring back the memories of I have to come back to this place on
yeah.
Monday.
And I think about like even back in 2008 with the whole recession thing and
Yeah,
people like actually unaliving themselves when things went down, especially in corporate America. It's like
yeah.
what could have prevented when you think about it as being a corporate man, what do you think can prevent you from even going down that path? What would you think? Because men are a little bit different. I don't have a man's mindset,
Yeah,
and you guys will work yourself into the ground. So what would you suggest if someone was getting stressed out?
I just mentioned try something new, and
Mm-hmm.
that was something that that helped me immensely. It was having to try something new because around the recession is when stroke number one happens,
Mm.
right? And I'm also in college and looking for a job and things of
You
that
have your
nature.
own
So
stuff going
I
on.
got all that stuff going on. And I had to make a choice on what I was going to do and if it was going to have to deal with the degree I just got or if I was going to bet on a dream and hopefully this works out. And I did. I tried something new and it worked out for me. I mean, I'm here today because of it, the
Yeah.
choice that I made. But trying something new, giving your chance to self, the to breathe and allow yourself to fail. Uh, I did a lot of side end jobs I was not good at, from stocking shelves with the Coke lady
I love that era for you.
to like working in kitchens and dishwashing and all this other shit to freelance stuff that was still great for me in the long run, but like I got gypped on many occasions. But I took my skill set and I made it work for me,
Yeah.
and that's all I could really provide because that's what helped me get out of the mental state I was in. Because I wasn't even in a good mental state then, knowing that like my the family is falling apart and now my mom is like on death's door, at this
Yeah.
point. So that whole situation was incredibly stressful. Anxiety like just riddled me. But I had really good friends and really good support too. Shouts out to BK in particular, he was there for me during that moment in time, and that man and his family saved my fucking life.
Because you're able to kind of step away from that.
Exactly. I was gonna get to your point there. I was able to step away, so like spend the night over there, and like his moms became my moms. They're like, you know, great fucking people, and they saved me from a lot of shit. And stepping away, trying something new, recognizing who is in your circle, and the ones that really lean in to help you, know that you can lean on them, and it's not weakness, it's not pride. You know what I'm saying? It's human nature.
Well, I feel like guys never do like guy trips really.
Because we suck at getting together in general.
Yeah, y'all do.
We suck at getting together in general, but
I'm always busy.
Okay, first off, I am a millennial man. Away. Nobody has been busier than this generation. I'll say that. And I'll put that up to even those motherfuckers in the Great Depression and motherfuckers who went to war, because we've gone to war and still have to deal with 2 recessions back to back.
Yeah, we dealt with some shit.
We are busy.
Yeah, but you still gotta find time to. I think that's the best thing. Is vacation really refreshes people too. I've noticed a difference with you once we started vacationing.
Oh yeah.
It was like, oh, I can't wait.
Oh, I can't wait. I got another one coming up in a month or in a few weeks. I mean, yeah.
So it's. I think it's good for the guys to kind of step away.
You are right. You are right.
When you're a single man, I think it's probably best to every couple months, even if you take a weekend off.
Yeah.
You know, some people want to work the whole year and then like, I want to take the last month.
Yeah.
But that doesn't help. I don't feel like it does. All year?
All year busting your ass. I got a homie that does that. I mean, and he is a fucking animal. You know, shouts out to Oni. But like, he's also that would drive me crazy. He's got to be insane.
I don't want to wait until the end of the year.
The whole year, bro?
No.
Oh my god.
That's why I take my stuff sporadically. So I'll be like, I'll take a whole week off for my birthday because like everybody should celebrate the birth of me. So I'll take that whole week off. Like, I love my birthday. I'll take random weekends off. Let me take a Friday and a Monday out. I love doing that because Fridays and Mondays are tough for people on the week.
Oh yeah.
You're ending the week trying to finish strong, and then the beginning starts, and no one likes Mondays.
Yeah, yeah.
So I like to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, so and you know, if you're single too, because sometimes, you know, as when you're in a couple, you got to look forward to maybe getting some ass or being around your significant other, your family. If you're single,
for decompression,
try to find where maybe you can get a couple friends to, hey, y'all want to hang out? Like, I really need to like kind of step away.
Yeah, and check on your peoples. Check on your peoples. Like, if you know they're in some type of situation or in an area where, you know, like just like I said, a couple of my friends got the chopping block type shit. You know, check on your peoples to make sure they're all right, and you know, support those because they'll be there to support you as well. Like, recognize what's in your circle, and those people are important.
They also have to talk too, because
you got to be willing to be vulnerable.
You have to be willing to talk. Like, to hold it in and then have outbursts.
Yeah.
It's no one's fault that they're not checking up on you.
Yeah.
Let's say more often, because you're not saying anything.
It's important to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
There's no weakness in that. I think that what's one of the strongest things you can do is tell somebody that something's wrong.
Yeah.
And ask for help. To be honest, shouldering everything by yourself is tough. And even in moments where I'm like, holy fuck, babe, I even come to you. It's been tough on me lately.
Yeah, sometimes I don't have an answer. Sometimes I don't even want to answer. Sometimes I just want to vent.
Yeah.
But it is good sometimes to get help where you're like, oh, I didn't even think about it like that. I guess I can approach this way.
Yes.
I know some people want to do this, maybe doing some like meditation.
Oh, yeah.
Breathing in and out. Like, I sat here a couple hours ago and I was like, whew. Yeah. And I'm like, that feels so good. Like, I didn't know my chest was so tight.
Yes.
Or I haven't been breathing regularly because I'm so pent up and so stressed out.
Yeah.
And I told myself I wouldn't put myself in a predicament where I'm working for a decade and feeling like there's nowhere to go.
Yes.
And I have to just deal with it.
Yes.
So now I'm on the other side of the spectrum. I'm like, I will leave you motherfuckers. Y'all not going to stress me out. I'm too cute. I got an amazing family that wants me around, that needs me around. And y'all not going to stress me out for somebody else's company. I'm not going to do it.
Word, for sure.
So I'm trying to learn how to be like that.
Yeah.
You know, and knowing that it's money and I will get it because I know how to get coins.
It's out there.
Yeah,
a lot of it.
So like with me, like even now, like my chest is still a little tight because of just all the stress I've been having for the last 2 weeks.
It feels good to be back because of this.
Yeah, because last week I didn't even feel good. You guys, that I didn't give y'all visual, but I was sick, so I got to give myself a little grace.
Give a visual now.
But even this week, I was like, oh my God, I'm so stressed out. And just not until yesterday, us having a conversation, I felt better because I was so stressed out that I didn't want to leave my bed.
Yes.
That's how stressed I didn't know I can get.
There's people like that right now. Check on your peoples and talk about that situation because it was important for us to for you to lay it out on the table because it's like the deck of cards is shuffled and mismatched and some are flipped over and then you start flipping them back into their normal order and then you can make sense of things.
And I think I even told you, like, I don't, because you're a problem solver.
It's like my job. Yeah.
I was like, I don't want you to problem solve. I was getting irritated because I was like, I just want to vent and
habit.
Be right.
You're right.
And I don't want, at that time, it was like, I don't want a solution. So sometimes, too, if you are stressed out, it's good to tell people, too, hey, I just need to vent. I really don't want an answer to
That's
this.
important. That's important.
I just want you to
hear me out.
Hear me out.
Not your head in agreement.
Yeah, because sometimes it's just like I don't need an answer, and being in a relationship with someone who is a problem solver, is like double-edged sword. Sometimes because you're like, I don't need you to solve my problems, booby. You know?
I can do it. I just want you to hear how fucking shitty.
I'm like Rita Simone. I'm Cinderella on Cheetah Girls. I don't need nobody to rescue me.
That's great.
At that moment. But I did actually need that feedback because but not always. I'm not somebody who always needs that. Sometimes I want to be right, damn it. The feel the way I feel. And because I'm like every other day I was like, I'm about to quit.
Yeah.
And
I will walk out
this bitch and I will be giving my 100% to my podcast, my family, my baby girls, which I mean they're always going to be my number one.
Oh, for sure.
Always going to be my number one. But
well.
Yeah, stress, you guys, it's a killer. It's deadly. I've been going through stress, so.
And with it lately, it just I wanted to come up with this as a concept and talk about it real quick, and hopefully give an opportunity and some advice for anybody who's going through it because I know some people are, and you should check on them peoples and make sure they're all right.
If you guys have any suggestions on how to relieve stress, because I just thought maybe yoga, meditation.
I play tons of violent video games.
Right. With me, I like watching TV, but I noticed over this week, I was like, there's so much TV I can watch.
Yeah.
So it's like, what else?
The rabbit hole gets deeper when you're stuck. It really does.
I was feeling like I was in a sunken place this week.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to get out the bed. I need to comb my hair.
You poor thing.
I need to wash my ass. So, I didn't know where to go.
Yeah.
I was feeling really stuck.
Yeah.
I was feeling like somebody was circling that damn teacup, and I kept on getting stuck and stuck. But y'all ain't gonna get me.
Yeah, okay? Not at all.
Well, do you have any last words of wisdom you want to get to that baby girls before we head out? A lot of wisdom.
Take care of yourselves out there, and I'm glad we're back.
Yeah. Today is my mommy's birthday, so happy birthday, mommy.
Happy birthday, moms.
Remember, you guys, we do drop our new episodes every Friday, audio-wise, on all streaming platforms. Mm-hmm. Visual-wise, every Sunday on YouTube at Ideally Though Pod. Like, subscribe.
Beat the shit out that like button.
And we will catch you guys next week. Bye.
Yeah.